Good evening, friends and family, and thank you for coming to another night with Behind Black Business. You see, Gregory Sain is not with us, but Gregory is dealing with some family issues. We're keeping his mom in our prayers, and hopefully soon he'll be coming back. But this is a grassroots effort. Repair, restore, and grow Black communities. This is not my business. This is an organization that has come together to try and make a change in our communities. We hear so many bad things. We do so much talking, and it's time to start doing. And our businesses are out here doing, and that's why we want to feature our businesses on this podcast. As you know, we have three pillars that our organization is focused on, and one is helping to improve our Black businesses by raising dollars to support our businesses by bringing business consultants in, marketing specialists, contractors to help our businesses with their daily operations and training their employees, improving their marketing skills, improving their staging. That's where our dollars would be going. And then the other side is our public policy division, which is slowly coming together. But I am talking to some people. I really want to get some young people involved in addressing public policy issues because they have a huge impact on our daily lives. And so that's what we're in the process of putting together. And one of the first public policies that we want to focus on is getting support for our Black bookstores and requesting and requiring that Chicago public schools give contracts to our Black bookstores. We only have 3 Black bookstores left in Chicago. And as you know, we once had about 24 Black bookstores in the Chicago area. So we now have Frontline still. We still have the Underground. And we have a new bookstore called Semicolon, which is on the north side. And we have to support our Black bookstores. Our Black bookstores are very important. This is where we get our knowledge. I think that's why during that period when we had so many Black bookstores that we were on the move because people were reading and people were learning and people had a different consciousness and level of knowledge about who we are and where we've come from and where we need to go. And we're doing less of that. We need to be doing more of that, which is why we support Black bookstores. I do want to indicate that we have a Black book giveaway. And our bookstore of the month is Afriware. And the book that we're giving away from this last month has been The Love Songs of W.E.B. Du Bois by Honoree Fanon Jeffers. This is a beautiful book about W.E.B. Du Bois, who talked about our triumphs, the double consciousness that Black people have to live with because of trying to live as normal human beings and having to constantly deal with the oppression of racism and white supremacy in this country. And it just hits us on so many levels. And this is something that we have to live with. And she's a poet, and she did a beautiful job of writing this book. And we will announce our winner at the end of this podcast. So every month, one of our subscribers to our website will win our book of the month. And so this is our gift to you. We also support our Black banks. And the bank that we have in our community that is still Black owned is the Southside Community Federal Credit Union that is located in the mall at 54th and Wentworth. And they have been in existence for over 20 years supporting the community. And as we deposit dollars into our bank, then that allows them to create more money and in turn support the people in the community. But we seem to have our monies deposited in banks that are not supporting us, that are not giving back. And so we ask that you make a deposit, that you open up an account, take out a loan at the Southside Community Federal Credit Union. So tonight we have our Behind the Business podcast, and we have a very special guest, Sister Shawn Muhammad, and she has a very wonderful establishment in the South Shore area. It's called Essential Markets. And I just happened to be walking by there one day and looked in the window, and I walked into this quaint little establishment that is Black owned and is just to me it's not a huge store, but it's huge in terms of what it represents in our community. It's all the things that we say that we're looking for as an organization in terms of trying to circulate the Black dollar, because as we know, the Black dollar is not circulating in our community the way it is in other communities. And that is why our communities are looking like they are. And so when you have an establishment such as what Sister Shawn Muhammad has, it's hitting all those areas. And so we're going to talk about her. We're going to talk about her establishment and the impact that she's having on our community. And I also want to mention we have Sister Doris with us tonight. Doris has been away in Mississippi trying to sell her home down there, but she still is a part of our organization and supports us. And so she's here tonight, and we're going to talk with Sister Shawn. I'm going to give Sister Doris a moment to make a comment before we start with our interview.
Well, we're very happy to have Sister Shawn on with us tonight. And as Denise said, we're trying to promote Black businesses because in order for our businesses to stay in business, they've got to have our support. So we do this every week. We bring on a Black business person and they let us know what their business is all about. And then we focus on trying to get our people to go and support these businesses because we have everyone else in our communities and that should not be. So we are trying to make a change. Our RGBC is trying to turn that around, and we will be able to turn it around little by little with the help of the community. So we encourage you when you watch these shows every week to go and support these businesses. Because, as I said, everyone else is in our business, in our communities. Everyone else is just taking all of our money, and we're not putting money back into communities. So our communities can't look like the white suburban areas because, hey, we're taking care of them. We're taking care of everybody but ourselves. So if we want to see a difference, we've got to get involved. We've got to become serious about this. So I thank you for tuning in tonight, and hopefully you will, in fact, I know you will enjoy the show.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Doris. Okay, so we're going to let Sister Shawn Muhammad start out telling us a little bit about herself and how she got started with this business.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Once again, my name is Sister Shawn Muhammad. I'm a Muslim, married 35 years, a mother, a grandma of 5 children, and I'm one of the proud owners of Essential Market. Me and my son came together on this business, and we tried to, think of what can we name the business first of all. And essential came to mind because it was so important that we had some of the necessary needs in the business. So it didn't take long for us to decide upon the name, but I am really honored to be a part of the show and to get started. That's all.
Absolutely, absolutely. And when you say essential, that's exactly what you have. Essential items. Maybe you could talk about some of the items that you actually have in your store.
Yes, well, but about 85% of the products in the store is Black owned. So we have everything from canned goods with the Good brand, which is Black owned. We have some of the chefs have different sauces and rubs, and we have the black seed oil. We have sea moss. We have lots of different jewelries and purses and shirts and uh, from healthcare products to laundry detergent. We even have the Freedom tissue, which is through Honeybee, the Black-owned tissue. I remember at one time we were searching everywhere for tissue. Now we have tissue in the store that is Black-owned from a Black company. So either the vendors, we have people that make their products, which are all natural, and then either we get it through a Black hub. What we definitely support our own. Most of our products there are through our own Black-owned vendors.
Right.
So,
And people that are actually manufacturing these products, because you also have art. I saw artwork.
Yes, some art.
And I saw some clothing lines. Could tell us
Yes.
about that?
Some of the artists, through some of the young Black artists. One of her name is Shakila. She's from Atlanta. I bought one of her artwork, and another maybe like 3 different artworks are in there. Some of the clothing items are a young Black artist who makes his own brand, the Fresh line. So we're up and coming. Once again, we've only been there for 4 months, so we can have a lot more items. I'm open to new ideas and a lot more products I'd like to have in there also. We also have the elixir, which is one of our famous all natural healing elixirs. It's the turmeric. Turmeric is good for normal aches and pain. And then we have hibiscus elixir, which hibiscus is good for lowering the blood pressure. But both of the elixirs are made with the essential ingredients, which is ginger root, cinnamon, lemon, cayenne pepper, and both of them are sweetened with pure clove honey. So I love the different products, but the only difference is one is hibiscus and one is turmeric. And so lots of people buy the elixir to at least to keep their immune system up, along with all the other different healing benefits of them. Yeah.
Well, that's one of the ideas that we came up with when we talked about circulating the dollars in the Black community, and how our Black businesses really play a role in that. And that we said that our Black businesses are more than likely to utilize products from other Black entrepreneurs, giving them an opportunity to put their products in their stores. And that's just number one with the essential market.
Sister Shawn, another, when I think about essentials, I think about things like socks, socks.
We have that.
You have socks?
Yes, we do have socks for men right now.
But what about for children? You have socks for children?
No, I don't, but definitely.
I think that would be a good thing to have in the community, because things like that again, those are essentials. And,
Yeah.
underwear, children underwear. And I'm bringing this up because I'm not going to call the name of the store, but it's on Roosevelt Road. And they have all these kinds of things, socks, underwear, just basic essential things that people need, gloves, with the winter coming on. But,
Yes.
where people can just run and say, okay, I need to get some socks. They can just run to your store and get some socks or some gloves, just basic things that I see are missing in the community. But also, I see other businesses having all these things. Just take, for example, a dollar store. You can go in there and just about find everything you want. So
Yeah.
if we would start stocking up on things like this, I think it'd be a big hit in the community. So that's just a suggestion. That's just something I notice when I go into a lot of our stores. We don't have those basic things like.
Thank you, Sister Dora, for suggesting that. And that has been on my mind lately this week. And with the, it getting cooler and maybe some different, hoodies and
Right,
hats and gloves,
right.
like you said, I'm definitely looking into getting that, and a
Mhm.
lot
Yeah.
more items are coming in.
And I think encouraging our people that make, like we have people that have the clothing items. I know that you have bags. Our people are making many different things. And I think if we tend to stick with certain things, people will make jewelry, they may make some soap, they may make lotion, but getting to some of those essential things that Doris is talking about, making socks, making gloves,
And scarves.
and
Yes.
scarves and hats.
Mhm.
I mean, now they'll make hats. We do have a number of people that are making hats. And I did see in a store some socks that had Harriet Tubman's
Oh, yeah.
picture on them, and another sock with Maya Angelou's picture on them.
That's nice.
I mean, there's so many things that we could do, and even
Right.
the baby, baby clothes, baby lines of items that people, can come into your store and
Yes.
purchase. But just so like encouraging, since you're in touch with these vendors, encouraging these vendors to make some of these essential items,
Yeah, you
Def-
could put names like they do on the stamps. They have historical names on the stamps.
right.
You could do that with your socks. You could do that with your
Yes.
scarves or your gloves. Because there are times when I just want to. I mean, I have a tendency to lose gloves a lot. And sometimes I just want to run out and get a pair of gloves, but I don't feel like going all the way downtown or wherever I go to get them. If we just had those basic essential things in the community, and then when you do get those products, then we could do a blast in the community, passing out flyers saying you sell this and you sell that, and that will get the community accustomed to come into your store. Well, Miss Muhammad, she has some scarves, she has some socks, and because kids are always, as former classroom teacher, counselor, kids are always losing their gloves,
Definitely.
always.
Mhm.
And another thing too, like um, uh, towels, just towels, small towels, just essential things that people tend to use more, especially during this time of year.
Yes.
And what's good about your store is your location.
Mm-hmm.
You're conveniently
Located.
located in the community. So somebody can walk down the street, walk around the corner to your store. So your location is perfect for people to come and pick up those little essential things that they need, as far as clothing or eateries,
Yes.
skincare, you know, you're in a perfect location for that.
Yes. Well, the idea we were thinking maybe like the beginning of next year we was wanted to open up a few walls, and have more convenient food items.
Okay.
So because one of the young ladies asked me, well, will you all ever get like salads, pre-made sandwiches,
Mm-hmm.
on the in the morning, maybe coffee, something that, donut or something to take with them. So
Mm-hmm.
yes. It's a lot of
Yeah.
things I'm considering with the small amount of space, you know.
Right.
So I even I'm thinking about having a thrift section in the back of the store, you know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe some
Mm-hmm.
slightly used items, you know, hats,
Mm-hmm.
gloves, or coats, jackets, you know. Next door we have a laundromat next door to us, and he had
Sure.
and the young man said in there they had a lot of some used items that people leave from time to time, and they look really nice. So he wanted
Mm-hmm.
me to take a look at them, and I thought about, yeah,
Sure.
that may be something that we can offer the community at a very low price. You know, some nice items. Since all on Facebook, what I see now is diva thrifting. So
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
right
that's a
on
big
time with some
thing.
of that.
Yep, that's a big. What is it that company called? Thread Up.
Thread
What
up,
is this
yeah,
company
yeah,
called
yeah.
Thread Up? A lot of people shop. You know, a lot of people shop, and then there are a lot of thrift stores, resale stores in Chicago. You know, where a lot of people are doing their shopping.
And a lot of people are not getting out, so a lot of women are at home. It's on my Facebook page, but it's a lot of women, they're calling themselves diva thrifting, so they get a lot of beautiful, just, you know, hand-picked items, and they just sell them. And I mean, they selling them so fast, and I'm saying to myself,
Mm,
wow, a lot of this I do see, and they unique items. So that's what I'm
Mhm.
looking
right,
at. I just don't want to just any items, but I
Right.
want the best items out there, and the unique ones that I can
sure,
put in the store. You know, I don't want
sure.
it to be just that kind of store, but nice, unique things. Also essential part of it. You know,
Okay,
You know,
nice purses, slightly used purses, and things of that nature.
my
okay.
granddaughter and my grandson, you would not believe it, but do you know they shop? They do a lot of shopping at thrift stores.
Mm-hmm.
Cal is 21 and Camila is 19, and they're not looking for the designer this and the designer that. They're very frugal, so they shop at thrift stores a lot. So they are beginning to become more and more popular, which is
Hmm.
good.
That's good.
Now,
Yeah.
do you have plans to? I mean, when you look at I'm sure you have your short-term goals, and then you have your long-term goals. So, what are some of your long-term goals in terms of your vision, as far as what you see for the type of business that you have?
Well, some of my long-term goals, I'm really looking to expand, you know,
Yes,
get a
that's
larger
right.
space, because I've been in places that are um kind of look like the store that I have now, but they have so many. I mean, I'm thinking I got in 4 months I had a few things, but when you say essentials, it's endless as to the things
Mm-hmm.
that can be in there. So I'm looking at so many different items to have for the community, and I do really still want to support my own. I really want to buy with my own
Mm-hmm.
people, buy black
Mm-hmm.
and support black businesses.
Right.
And I
Yep.
noticed that has been kind of uh I'm gonna use I don't want to use the right word, but when you want to support your own, it's not as easy as just
Yeah.
going to get any product and just put it in the store. When
Right.
I said I wanted to live black and support black, that can be somewhat a challenge.
Yeah, it can
So,
be.
what are some of the challenges that you've had actually in trying to do
Um,
that?
well, I noticed that a lot of the people in the area rather come and get what is offered to them. Sometimes we buy what is more convenient versus if you say, come and support your own. If you have another product next to your own and it's cheaper, naturally people pick up that. But if you tell people how much you support and then how that those money get to circulate in our community, and you educate people more about supporting your own and loving yourself and how you do that, then we'll pick up our own. But
Mm-hmm.
naturally, what I've observed is that what's more convenient or cheaper, now I won't say more convenient, but cheaper, we go to what's cheaper. We
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we buy. I'm going to say I watch in this area how we'll come and get junk food all day as long as you serve that to us. But when you
Mm-hmm.
offer something different, you have to really educate people and be out there and expressing yourself a little bit more to come and buy something that's better for us.
So you got to have a
I
really
think
a marketing plan, a really
Yes,
shrewd marketing plan.
I
yes.
think
That's what I'm
educating
at.
people, our people, is really an understanding, just like when you talk about the food. Okay, it's cheaper on this end to go buy and eat that junk food, but it's more expensive down the road in terms of the impact that
On
it
your health.
has on our health.
That's right.
Maybe putting more statistics out here
Mm-hmm.
to let people see, just like when we started this organization and we came up with the statistics to show the differences in terms of how dollars were circulating in our community, not staying in our community 5 minutes,
Right.
and circulating in other communities days and weeks, almost a month.
Mm-hmm.
And the impact that it has. And that's where I think a lot of our problem is from lack of knowledge,
That's true.
just a pure lack of understanding about what this really means.
Right.
And then you, as a Black person, you live in a Black community, you have Black friends, you have Black relatives, and you're helping these people, you're working with these people, you're supporting these people, they're supporting people, and understanding that those dollars that you get are just automatically going back into the community. And
Right.
they would be in a better position if they got on board with this, you know, they could see that the benefit
That's
could be
so true.
greater.
Ms.
Because I
Muhammad,
remember, I'm sorry, go ahead, Doris.
do you think that your prices are comparable to the other businesses in the area, or are they more competitive, or what would you say? Are you competitive with the others, or your price is comparable to the other businesses in the area?
I would say it's comparable to. Now we know that most of the black owned products in the store may be a dollar or two more.
Hmm. Hmm.
That is what it is. But when you think about, we go back to once you educate the person of,
Hmm.
even if it's
Hmm.
a dollar store product. I'm just using an example. And if I charge 50 cents more, it took me 50 cents to go and get it, to bring it back to my store to have it for you. So, but the I think we're kind of compatible in the store. We're not overpriced, you
Okay.
know. So it's just that I think for me, I need to get myself out there more. I need to let a lot more people know where I'm at, because the people in the community come and they support those that really love black businesses. They
Mhm.
come and support almost every day or twice a week.
Hmm.
So for what they want. So I think me have not as savvy social media and all that. I
Mhm.
probably need more of that support.
Well,
Well,
you certainly
word of mouth
Word of
means
mouth.
more than anything. Social media definitely has its benefits,
Yes.
but people are walking in and out of that laundromat. They're walking in and out of your store. They're walking in
Hmm.
and out of the restaurant, and so those people that are walking by are coming by because they know what's there. And I
Hmm.
think as your business builds, there's this concept of community benefits agreements that people have. There are some black businesses that actually give discounts. I take advantage of the senior discounts. They call it the one of the restaurants I go to. If you're over 60 or 65, there's a discount. Another one at the clothing store, they give a diva discount. I went on the north side, and this lady, there's a shoe store up there, and the lady said they sell all of their stores for a certain percentage less because they have an agreement with the community. Well, that means the community is coming in there supporting them, so that enables them to give some of that savings back to the community. So I think as your business builds, because I'm thrilled when I get that little 10% off,
Yes.
you know, And
That's
it's
something I'm
a,
definitely going to look into.
yeah,
I'm
it's something
definitely going to
that
think
you would
about.
eventually be able to do, and especially as more people, come in. And for me, my biggest thing is I love to support Black businesses, and I love the relationship.
Mhm.
It's really, for
Yes,
me, it's about a relationship, doing
yes, it
business
really
with
is.
people
Mm-hmm.
that I like and that I feel care about me, and and like me, and
Yes.
that's what that means more than anything. And I definitely get that from you.
Well,
Thank you.
the thing
You
that
know,
impressed me about the store, well, your customer service is excellent. And the store is just so immaculate. It's so clean. And that is
Hmm.
very important to me when I go to an establishment. The first thing I notice is the cleanliness. If it's not that clean, I'm kind of turned off.
yes.
That's very, very important to me. So you have that going for yourself. So, hey, I think you're going to do okay as you get the word out there, as you bring more items into the store, as people get to know you. I think you're going to be okay. And it's very much needed. It's very much needed because I'm just so tired of seeing all these other people in our communities and they don't care. Their stores are nasty. They're nasty outside.
Mm-hmm.
So it shows that they're just there for the dollar. So it is, again, as Denise mentioned, it's all about retraining our people and teaching our people that you deserve better. When you go to a store, you shouldn't be stepping over a ton of garbage. You know,
Right.
and it should be attractive, it should be inviting. And that's the thing that I liked about your store when I first got there.
Thank you
And
so
we
much.
and we have to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I
Go
was
ahead.
going to say, since I've been there, I've been really getting to know some of the women in the area, some of the men. And when they come in, I'm always curious as to where they live. Do you live around here? How did you find out about us? Thank you for coming. But I'm very thankful because that the other day was the third person that came in, and when they whatever they bought and we spoke about whatever, and then they asked me to pray with them. They
Oh,
prayed with me. So and one young man said, I really love the aura in here. So what I
Hmm.
like to
yeah.
do every time I open turn the lights on, I say a prayer by myself. I say a prayer. Then I light some incense. I like some smell good. So I want to create an environment. I want people to come in and feel safe there. Like you said, the cleanliness is godliness. I
Hmm.
want people to know that God is there and
Right.
you're welcome. And I just want to expand. And once again, I talk to people all the time because they really want one lady wants to ask me, can she rent it out for some sewing, some sewing lesson. One lady said, can she do some poetry? So I am open to, I don't have a real big space, but it can be created, whatever we need can be created. I've been thinking about mental health day. What do that look like?
Hmm.
Inviting some people in, some doctors. I know a couple of doctors and Reiki, healing, some
Sure.
essential oils, maybe some stones, you know, because mental health is more than psychiatry.
Right.
What
Sure.
else can you offer? So we can have massages that day. I
Right.
just want to bring something in that can help the community. I,
Right.
I,
Hmm.
I watch my people walk back and forth, up and down, and I believe it's a part of this pandemic is a part of we are all stressed out,
Right. Right.
Right.
and I've been seeing arguing a lot over there, not really engaged fighting, but a lot of arguing. So I
Hmm.
think about mental health, and a lot of our women are really suffering, and we mask it well. So all
Mhm.
that is a part of me thinking every day, how can I be of service in the community? So then when I say I'm open to a lot of ideas. I want to be a part of the community. Once they know I'm there, then I want to offer a lot more uh,
And see,
social
Clear.
events for the people.
that was the positive thing about segregation. When we were in those segregated communities, we got to know each other, And so that's a form of mental health, knowing
Mm-hmm.
your next door neighbor, having a conversation about whatever you're experiencing that day. And it's
Mhm.
all about reconditioning our people, because I think our people have been conditioned to think that they just don't deserve anything. They don't deserve the best. They don't deserve to go in a clean store. They don't deserve to eat good food. And that's why you go in these Arab stores. The first thing you see, candy, chips, pops, candy, chips, pops. And so
Liquor, liquor,
liquor, don't let
liquor.
me leave that out.
Right.
So
Big.
Right.
that's what they expect when they go into those stores, because
Hmm.
that's what they present to them. So it's all about reconditioning our minds and letting us know we deserve the best. We deserve to be able to walk into a clean place, to walk into a place and someone is treating you with respect and dignity. I mean, we have a big job to do, but I think with businesses like yours, it can be done. We can kind of turn it around little by little.
Definitely.
And
Thank
see,
you.
a lot of these stores have made a lot of money in the Black
Hmm.
communities over the years. And so now I noticed the gas stations, especially going out into the suburban areas, but even in some of the Black communities and in the gas stations, it's like they have created a market for us.
Yeah.
It's liquor, it's chips, junk food, as Doris was saying. It's the cigarettes. It's the sweatpants and sweatshirts. That's all we wear. Um, and the gambling machines.
Right.
All of this in the gas station, on top of selling you gas, and you actually see more liquor than anything. And so this is what's being, perpetuated out here on our people. And it's all about, at the end of the day, making money. It's not about what's healthy for our communities. But
That's
when you
right.
go in their communities, you don't see this.
No.
People should take time to go around Chicago and visit other communities.
Hmm.
And you're not going to see this. You won't see as many of the big box stores. I remember when I went up north and was looking for a Starbucks, trying to get some tea. And the lady told me, she says, "Oh, we support the locals." And then she went to tell me about this nice little tea place around the corner. And I mean, she talked about this place. It was like this wonderful little place, and I was like, okay, okay. And so
Hmm.
this is what you bring to the table. You're not just bringing a store with all of these essential things, but
Right.
you're bringing community, and I think
Right.
that's why so many people are uh have a short fuse. Everybody's fuses are short, and everybody is so
Right.
frustrated because people don't have a strong foundation that they're standing
Hmm.
on. They don't feel cared for. They don't
Right.
feel secure, and they don't have
Right.
that kind of community. We don't have that kind of
Hmm.
community, and that's what we're trying to create. And that's why what you're doing is so essential to
Thank
that.
you. And that's why I just refuse to even try to get licensed. A man came in today, why you don't sell cigarettes? I said it's because it's so detrimental to our health, and it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a trial for me. But I refuse to go and get any kind of license that's against our health. So
Mm-hmm.
if it's for to benefit us, I'm all in. I'm just not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I never wanted to be a bubblegum candy chip, that kind of store. So
Mm-hmm.
always wanted to offer something better for us, and I'm going to continue to look into things that's better for our health and well-being, mind, body, and spirit, all at once.
That's
So
right.
it's maybe a lot I'm going to miss out on, but the benefits of it all, I can
Mm-hmm.
always, when someone come in, I always have a conversation for them. What else? What can I do? What can I do? When I first opened, I had a list of brown roll down paper that whatever you want in here,
Yeah, I
we're
remember
trying to
that.
Yeah,
get it.
right. I saw
Yeah.
it.
So,
That.
so uh, I do want to get fruits and vegetables. So that's a
Okay.
part of the plan. Next year we'll open up the little small pantry. We're going to take that wall down and have a more fruits and vegetables, maybe some eggs, maybe some milk, but not a lot of that. You know, because there is a crowd that come in the morning sometimes. We miss those because we open at 11. That's why we were thinking about opening earlier to catch the crowd around that, you know, catch the train or buses in the morning, maybe some coffee. You know, my son owns Mary Jane Cafe on the other side. He's a part owner with Essential also. But he sells the coffee, and he was saying on this side, for those who don't want to come around and get the coffee, we should have coffee and maybe some type of Danish or something in the morning. So something better for us, I'll say.
Do you sell teas? Do you have different teas?
Yeah, well, we have the stash tea, you know, the box tea. um I really like to have pour hot tea in the morning, pour coffee in the morning. That's what my desire, you know. But we do have box teas.
Okay.
And we do have the black owned coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Few bags
Okay.
of black owned coffee left.
Now,
Yeah.
where's the coffee from?
The coffee is it's my son, one of the vendors that my son knows. I think it's oh, give me a moment. I can't think of it right now. It's different name, you know, One Love.
Sure.
It's like a Rasta, like a strong type of coffee.
Okay. Is it from Jamaica? Because I know they're known for their coffee, but their coffee is from Kenya. You know.
I
Well, that's okay.
believe, but I
You'll
can't
figure
quote
it
me
out.
on that. That's something I should have known before I got
Okay.
on. But it's my son have a few vendors, and I do the same, you know. So
This,
I will
and
get
see,
that for you.
and see, just talking to you, just look at the wealth of potential that is out here for us, and what we are capable of doing. We just have to, like you did. You stepped out here and started this business. So, as someone that's inspiring to start a business, you know, what are some of the things that you had to think about and put in place, you know, to get started? Because I come in and I see all of this, but I know there's a lot of work
Yeah.
behind all of that.
Well, you know, the thought was always to help my people, and so I you know, we redone the whole place. You know, that was a cleaner's there. So, right? If you
Oh, okay.
anyone
No, I
knows,
didn't
that was
know
a
that.
cleaner's there, and I mean, we gutted out the whole place. I wanted to create a vibe, you know, that people would, when you come in, you might think it's small, but when you look up, it really seems bigger than it really is. So it was just me wanting to offer, you know, something in that area that I hadn't seen before. You know, it was a
Okay.
lot of savings. I always wanted to steal away. You know, I always wanted to leave my job, but I'm still an essential worker. So, and you know, I'm stealing away slowly. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, once the vaccines are mandated, I know I gotta leave then. You know, for me. So
Okay.
uh just one. Huh? Is someone talking? Oh,
That was my phone. I hit something. Don't worry.
just you know, I wanted the best for my people, and I wanted to see something different, and I wanted to be a part of something different in that area. You know,
Mm-hmm.
for sure, people come in and see, whoa, that's nice. I didn't know this was here. You know, and
Had you been had you been watching? Had you been looking for an area in the place and you just had watched the store, or what? How did you come about it? The store, the building that you're in.
well, how did I come about it? I
You said it was a
how did I come
cleaners.
about?
It was a cleaners at first. It was a cleaner.
Yeah, it was a cleaner with low ceilings, no
Oh,
more than eight eight
8 feet.
8 foot ceilings, maybe 7 foot, 8 foot ceiling. And so it was so boxed up. And when I came in, I visualized just all the walls gone. But
Mm-hmm.
and when we said it was supposed to be a convenience store. So we left one wall to, I envision maybe an area where we can go in and get some convenient items, but I wanted to support Black business. So I knew that that other side I needed all of that space, and I really need more space. But I'm thinking, since it's really open in the center, I can put shelves or hang clothes, or, it's a lot of ideas that's coming up really, really in the next month or so. We got a lot of things, but it's got to be managed in a way that we can maximize the space that is there. Other than that, we got to look for a larger space. I really like where I'm at because I've met everybody that's in that general area. From the young lady over across the street that has a dog grooming, very young lady. She just opened a dog grooming place. I said, wow, I never seen
Is she
that.
open yet? Is she open already?
Well, now I'm starting to see people go in and out. I don't know if those are customers, but I know she really getting it together over there. I met the young lady SouthShore Brew, and then my son on one side in the jerk place, and then the barber shop, the hoagie place. We all they've been there from 7 to 17 years. So I'm the newcomer on the block. So they all have come over, and I've been over to them, and they've come over to me and supported me. So we kind of keep, we watch out for each other. Cameras here, there, place here, there. So I feel safe in this way that at least they know me. They come and see me. I go see them.
Were you open during COVID, during the height of COVID?
Well, we opened June the 1st.
Of this year?
Of this year. So yeah, well, that was the height, huh?
Kind of like. Now, I know you when the first time I came in there, you had this piece of paper on the wall where people would write down what they needed. What was some of the things? What was more so than other in terms of what people wanted you to have?
People wanted things a lot of people wanted things that were always ask me for something for their health.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any, everybody was talking about the black seed. Well, I've always taken black seed and the sea moss. So I said, okay. So then, is this a store where you can buy this? So I got purses, I got hats, I got things that, they were asking for. So in the pantry, we pre-packaged a lot of our rice, beans, and sugars and salts, and we pre-package them so you can buy them also, and it's a part of the aesthetics. But you can buy them, and as you get a little cooler, we're gonna package them in a way like in a survival. We can put a few things of flour, rice, and sugars, and maybe get a backpack, something cheaper. That I really want us to think about survival. Yeah, because with the prices are going up, and when I look on the internet, I'm looking at a lot of stores are empty. Yeah. And that shocks me in a way that, we've been talking about this for many years. We've been warned about this for many years to stock up and begin to can foods and everything. So I'm so well stocked at my house. So I brought it to the store to think about what can I do as it get cooler to get my people to start thinking about, at one time you won't be able to come next door and get a hoagie sandwich.
That's right.
You better think about some rice and flour and sugars and stuff at the house that you can cook.
So what should be in an essential survival package for people? Would you say?
I'm thinking about Band-Aids and aspirin, something for headaches, something for digestion, something quick that, if something happened, something that can cleanse the water, tablets that can cleanse the water if you're in a situation where, so maybe some food that you stuck in your house and maybe you can heat something. So that's why we got the canned food, the good brand. We got beans and corn and different vegetables that at least you can just open up a can of food to eat. Right. And it's black owned. I like that. I didn't know the good brand until I start researching. If I'm gonna get some canned foods, let me see what do my people have, and then things of that nature. I don't quite know how we're gonna do it, but my mind is to think of something that you can pick up and go.
Like a first aid kit.
like a
First
first
aid.
aid kit.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Help me with that, Denise.
Okay. I sure
And you, Miss
will.
Doris.
Yeah, well,
Because I
Tell me
bought
something
some
together and put
Band-Aids
our heads
when I
together
was
on
in
some
there
things.
last. I bought some Band-Aids.
And
Yeah, I
can we
bought some
come
new
together on
Band-Aids.
that and think about that, you all?
yeah, we
Yeah,
can. And
absolutely.
I'm thinking about Vaseline. Vaseline is crucial. So
Yeah.
'cause I like
Yeah, with
Vaseline.
some shea butter.
Some shea butter, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have some shea butter. Everybody likes that shea butter and that
Yeah.
black soap.
Yeah. Yeah. Got a
I,
lot
Yeah.
of that.
I bought the scrub, the facial, and it's really good too. I
Oh, the
really
facial
love it.
scrub.
I
Uh-huh.
bought that. It's really good. It's got oil in it, and that's what I like. It doesn't leave your skin so dry, but it's really good. I still have a lot left.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Well,
Good.
see, you're catering to the people,
Mhm.
which is what a lot of people don't do. When they do the Nielsen ratings and all of that, we don't get those slips in the mail. I remember years ago I lived up north and I got something in the mail and I got $5, a $5 bill, crisp $5 bill for me to
What?
fill out, some information about some things that I liked or what have you. But living in the Black community, I never got anything like that. So here is also a consideration for
Mhm.
what we might want,
Yeah.
That's right.
as opposed to other people dictating to you, this is what you should buy.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
basically what it's come down to, and we're like sheep just going along with,
That's right.
whatever they say.
I really want to change the dynamics of this, boy.
Well,
Yeah.
it's going to be small businesses like yours that will be able to do that. Because as I go back to my childhood, all when growing up in Jackson, Mississippi, all of those businesses were small businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Small store. They had everything there. We had everything right in the community. We didn't have to go outside. And then when innovation came about, it did such great harm to us in terms of our black businesses. We left our businesses, started going to other people. So then we left that void in the community, that vacuum, and everybody just started coming to the black community. But as
Right.
Dean said, telling us what they want us to buy instead of selling us what we want to buy. And so
Right.
we
And
can
see, that was all by
it
design
was a
because
plan. It's a plan, and it's
and that
all
was
over.
all by design because they what they did when they came in, then
Mhm.
they destroyed a lot of black businesses,
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
just
they
for that
did.
reason where you talked about the pricing.
Mhm.
Okay, I
Mhm.
can go. I grew up on the west side in Chicago, and we had a beauty supply store called Thelma's.
Mhm.
Thelma couldn't compete with the prices that the Asians were coming into the community with, and people were going into the Asian stores and not supporting Thelma, you
Mhm.
know, and they just weren't thinking. We have to start thinking bigger and more
But
and be more critical in our
mhm.
thinking. We're too emotional about everything, and
That's
we
true.
get taken advantage of like that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Absolutely.
So true.
I think our people want that too. I think what you're doing, I think our people want it, and we just, and little by little, we can continue to expand. It's just here
Yeah.
again, it's just reconditioning the minds of our people
Hmm.
because, I mean, they've done a job on us. So
Yeah.
it's not going to happen overnight, but little by little, it can be done.
Now,
Yeah.
do you get any support from
I know.
like the Chamber of Commerce, or Black Chamber of Commerce, or your local alderman or Black leadership? Anything, you getting any support?
Well, the young lady, I can't think of her name right now. She came in from the Black Chamber of Commerce, and she got all the information, and she put us in her paper. I seen us in the paper. Uh,
Okay.
I don't know the alderman around there. That's what I'm going to go and I'm gonna.
Who is that
I
underneath?
think that's Leslie Harrison's. That should
That's
still be
Harrison, yeah.
Leslie Harrison's area because she's on 71st Street.
Okay.
I think it
That
is. I
should
think.
be Leslie Harrison. She has a meeting, a ward meeting every fourth. They just had one last night, every fourth Tuesday,
Oh,
but she
really?
won't have another one until in January.
Oh, I was gonna. It's once a month, but now that. How often is her meetings?
It's every fourth Tuesday of the month. And so
Okay.
she just had one, yes, the last one yesterday. So because of the holidays coming up, there won't be another one until in January. She won't have one in November, December.
Okay.
But
Leslie Harris.
definitely,
Okay.
like, I mean, these people are in our community to service us. They have resources, and we should, expect that and demand that from them.
And I'm getting more. I'm having more flyers made up now as we speak, and so having more flyers and getting out more. I'm
So
just
maybe,
not.
maybe you should try to schedule a meeting with her. The old,
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
because like Denise said, they have resources, and we should expect them to help us when they have those resources because it's our tax dollars. So
That's
yeah,
true.
because all these other people, believe me, they're taking advantage of it. They go and meet with our elected officials. So make an appointment to have a business meeting with her.
Okay.
I would
Yes,
strongly
ma'am.
suggest that.
And then, like I said at the beginning, we support the Southside Community Federal Credit Union. They're on 54th and Wentworth. They are Black owned. And we do encourage, our businesses and people in the community to give them a visit and see what they're able to do, in terms of working with you or helping you out with different financial issues. I know sometimes with businesses, they need what they call bridge. I think they call them bridge loans. And that's when you have employees and you have to pay your employees, and then you have your ups and your downs. So when you're on your down, you can get monies to try to help you out, And our banking institutions are supposed to be resources in our community.
Right. What was the name you said?
Mhm.
South Shore.
The South Side
Okay.
Community Credit Union, federal credit union, Southside Community Federal Credit Union, and the president is Greg Brown,
Okay.
and he's been on our podcast. If you go back into our archives, you can hear the interview with him. He's been on our
What
podcast, and he's very nice man.
do you remember? What month he was in with you? Or?
Ooh, okay. It was earlier this year, and I want to say maybe around March or April. But yeah, if you flick back into go through our videos, you see him.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Another reason why I think it's important for you to get to know the aldermen because they have money, for businesses if they're being
Oh yeah.
affected by this pandemic. So you want to take
Hmm.
advantage of all of that. For a while, they
Hmm.
had all kinds of grants going
Yes,
out.
Hmm.
ma'am.
So that's another, get the alderman, state senator. They should be a great help. So it behooves you to get to know them.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine tell me the other night that the
Excuse
reason
me.
people become politicians is because they become privy to where the dollars are, and
Resources are.
where the market's going and all of that. So yeah, they actually do. So we're getting close to the end of the hour.
Oh my
So
goodness.
would you like to have some closing remarks, Sister Shawn Muhammad, and about Essential? Let us know your location, your address, and whatever else you want to say here.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Miss Denise Harrington, for having me on your show and having your guest, Miss Doris. I really appreciate you all and the information that was given to me. I definitely would use it. Essential Market is on 7118 South Yates in the South Shore community. I'm really proud of being over there. I've met quite a few people over there, and I look forward to really expanding, my horizons over there. And once again, I do really do appreciate you all for all your support.
Well,
Thank
Well,
you so much.
I know you're gonna do fine.
yeah,
You're
because
gonna be
you
great.
you have this aura of peace and
Mhm.
tranquility, and it's I mean, it's just like we're in our living rooms, just sitting having a conversation. That's the kind of calmness that you bring that I get from you.
Thank you
And
so much.
this is what our people need. They need that calmness. They need that kindness because we go through so much during the course of a day. So a face like yours, a face of peace and calm, they really need it. They really need it. So
Thank
I
you,
want to
ma'am.
thank you for taking an interest in opening a business in that community because it's really needed. It's very much needed. So I just think you're going to do quite well, and we're going to do whatever we can to help you.
I appreciate you all
Absolutely.
so much.
Absolutely.
So,
And
so
we
much.
know that we won't have time to get into all of this, but you're doing some work with some young ladies. And, that again goes back to why we're supporting Black businesses, because we know that our Black business owners are more than likely to help out the community.
Yes.
You go to
Yes.
some of these other businesses, they won't give a donation, they won't help do anything. They don't want to hire any Black people. I mean, what is the benefit? It's
Right.
just a total taking out, taking out, taking out. So
Right. Right.
so we need millions of people like yourself, and we
Thank
do have a lot of people out here, and that's why we have this podcast, because we want people to know, we do have people out here that care about our people and that are making a difference,
Yes,
doing
ma'am.
what's needed to be making a difference. So we appreciate you coming on. So I'm going to announce our winner for our book of the month, The Love Songs of W.B. Du Bois, is Miss Ayo Dio. We will be contacting you, Ayo, to let you know that you have won our book of the month. So next month we'll have another book giveaway, and we'll feature another Black bookstore, which, as we do every month on our podcast. We ask that you go to our website at rrgbc.org. We do have an online store, and we ask that you check out our store. We can also make donations to our organization, but we're just here to make a difference in the community. And so I want to thank you for coming tonight, and we will see you again next Wednesday with another Black business.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Oh, Denise, that was really nice.